What up, you guys? It's Danny B. You're watching the Trash Dash. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing Killer Barbies.
You want to see the final part of the killing? Olga Luchan, the eternal woman. Approach, come to me.
So, the Killer Barbies, I guess, was a kind of like a pop punk band in Spain. And they were a big fan of Jess Franco's work, so they actually hired him to do their movie. And I would say this is the last, like, really cinematic looking movie that Jess Franco ever did. After this one, I believe everything he shot was on video. And not that I don't like his stuff that he did later, but this is, to me, is like one of my favorite ones that he ever did. I just think it has such a unique kind of contrast between his cinematic style and direction and then like the 90s culture. It's a case too where like all the shots in this and stuff look like a 70s film. I don't know if he was even maybe still using the same cameras from the 70s or whatever, but yeah, it looks awesome. And like a lot of Jess Franco's work, you know, the story is kind of all over the place. It's not like really like a story-driven thing. There is a story going on in it, but it's kind of scattered. So it's got kind of like a little Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing going on in it, and then also the Countess Dracula story where this lady vampire needs their blood to be a whole person again and become young again. And it's awesome when you first see her because she's just like this rotten corpse.
Good evening, my dear. I brought you a present, and I promise to you that soon everything will be as before. He has returned to help us. Once again, we have the good luck to be under his devilish protection.
With his help.
Yes, with his help, we shall win once more, my dear. Yes.
And his movies usually have kind of like a jazz soundtrack because he was a big jazz fan. But this one actually has, you know, their music in it. And I think it actually works pretty good in contrast with his directing style. A lot of sex stuff in this. Usually he's like much heavier on the sex stuff, but there is still at least like one or two good sex scenes with the vampire lady and then her victims. And by sex scenes I don't mean like that they're not like actual real porn, they're just kind of like softcore, basically simulated. But yeah, this movie's pretty wacky. I mean, it's almost like a Scooby-Doo meets Texas Chainsaw Massacre meets Dracula type of thing. And it actually has kind of a very Trauma movie vibe, which is why I'm wearing the Trauma shirt. I mean, there's even a few gags in this, like people flying out the windows and stuff. I'm like, this is like right out of a Trauma movie. I'm guessing the Killer Barbies were big fans of the Trauma movies because in one of their songs on the special features, they mentioned Toxic Avenger. And I believe this movie was edited by Lino Romay. But yeah, this is a cool one. If you're a fan of Jess Franco's work, I don't know, it's hard to tell if you would like it or hate it because it's a lot different than a lot of his stuff. But for me, it's like in the top 5 of my favorite stuff he's ever done. And I believe this is also one of the only ones he ever did that was like, that has a sequel. I have the sequel too called Killer Barbies vs. Dracula. I'm going to give this one 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's Killer Barbies. Alright, you guys, it's Danny B. You're watching the Trash Dash. Let me know you've seen Killer Barbies. Let me know your favorite Jess Franco films. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.